What if the biggest stars in China's entertainment scene weren't just lighting up screens, but hiding something the industry doesn't want you to see? From perfect visuals to flawless charm, these 10 heartthrobs have it all. But behind the fame, the fortune, and the fan service, whispers grow louder. LGBT rumors, hidden love, and a silence that speaks volumes. Are these just rumors, or coded truths buried under and big contracts? Watch closely. Then tell us, which story do you believe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're ready for the real conversation. Victor Ma wasn't just another pretty face in the Chinese entertainment scene. He was a walking contradiction. Born in the US, raised in two cultures, and blessed with both a Harvard brain and a boy band jawline, Victor seemed to glide through the industry like a character out of a romance drama written on a good day. But even with his impressive credentials and squeaky clean image, there was something off-script, a quiet aura, an emotional intensity, a tenderness in his voice during interviews, and the way he looked at his male co-stars. Let's just say it didn't feel like just acting. The whispers began after his performance in The Coming One. Fans noticed how Victor had a different kind of chemistry, not with the camera, but with certain male contestants. He wasn't flamboyant or loud, but his body language spoke volumes. Fans dissected every glance, every lean-in, every touch that lingered a second too long. And when he once dodged a question about ideal female types by saying, "I care more about connection than gender," the internet exploded. Was he coming out? Or just playing coy? Victor, of course, laughed it off, but the way he blushed made things even more suspicious. Some say he was just being polite. Others, that he was carefully navigating a double life. Victor never confirmed anything, but he didn't deny it either. And in today's world, that silence is louder than a confession. His fandom split into two, Team Ally and Team He's Totally Gay, Bro. Meanwhile, Victor stayed busy writing music with deeply emotional lyrics, often singing about loneliness, secret love, and not belonging. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe, as one fan put it, Victor Ma is writing love songs to someone he can't name yet. Either way, the mystery remains deliciously unsolved. And if you ask us, it's that exact ambiguity that makes him so unforgettable. Before his name filled fan forums and trended across Asia, Gong Jun was just a soft-spoken kid from Chengdu with sharp cheekbones and a quiet dream. He didn't burst into fame overnight. He glided, first as a model, then slowly stepping into supporting roles. But when Word of Honor dropped, everything changed. His portrayal of the cold yet charming Wen Kexing sent shockwaves through the BL fandom. His chemistry with co-star Zhang Zhehan wasn't just electric, it felt real. Too real. Fans didn't just ship them, they believed in them. Gong Jun wasn't just acting anymore. He had become the face of something deeper, more personal, and far more controversial. Soon, whispers turned into full-blown theories, matching necklaces, subtle eye contact, the way they smiled when no one was supposed to be watching. It all looked like more than friendship. Then came the radio silence. No more selfies, no more interviews together. Gong Jun's social media was scrubbed clean of any questionable closeness. Coincidence, PR move, or damage control? The industry's reaction was clear. Too much intimacy between two male leads was bad for business. But Gong Jun didn't clap back. He didn't defend, deny, or explain. He simply smiled, and that smile, it became fuel for 1,000 theories. To this day, Gong Jun has never publicly addressed his sexuality. He remains unmarried, scandal-free, and carefully curated. But his silence, it's not empty. It's strategic. It keeps the mystery alive, the fan dreams burning. Some say he's just riding the wave, keeping fans guessing is great PR. Others believe he's protecting something real, something still too fragile for the spotlight. Either way, Gong Jun walks a fine line, never confirming, never denying, always leaving just enough room for curiosity. And maybe, in a world obsessed with labels, that quiet in-between space is his most honest truth. Shu Kai rose fast, too fast, some would say. With his chiseled jawline, dreamy eyes, and a body sculpted like a Greek statue, he was quickly cast as the ideal male lead in Chinese historical dramas. Fans swooned over his every role, whether as a dashing general, a misunderstood prince, or a tortured lover. But the entertainment machine didn't just sell Shukai's characters, it sold perfection. He was marketed as flawless, polite, clean, romantic, and very, very straight. Yet, the more perfect the image, the more people began to ask, what is he hiding? In an industry known for its silence, whispers echo the loudest. Over the years, Shukai found himself at the center of increasingly persistent gay rumors. Fans noticed how carefully his public image was crafted. No real dating scandals, no long-term public girlfriends. A slip of the eye here, an oddly tender gesture with a male co-star there, and suddenly, online forums lit up. Some pointed to his chemistry with fellow actor Bai Jingting, others speculated about close off-camera moments during the filming of Falling Into Your Smile. It wasn't just shipping anymore. It was speculation rooted in patterns, a pattern of near absence when it came to believable heterosexual romance, and an eerie consistency in the way he avoided any label at all. So far, Shukai has never commented directly on the rumors. No denials, no confirmations, just carefully curated interviews and polished appearances. Is it a strategy to stay marketable? A personal decision to stay private? Or the result of navigating an industry still bound by unspoken rules and rigid expectations? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is clear. Shukai's silence is louder than words. And in the age of social media, that silence has only fueled the fire. Because sometimes what a star doesn't say tells us more than anything they ever could. From child prodigy to primetime heartthrob, Wu Lei has grown up right in front of China's eyes. With every role, from fantasy epics to tender romances, he's carried the image of the perfect leading man. Handsome, focused, and scandal-free. But beneath that polished reputation lies a web of whispers. Despite playing countless on-screen lovers, fans began noticing something missing. Real-life chemistry with his female co-stars. While some praised his professionalism, others started asking, is Leo Wu hiding more than just his private life? As Wu Lei stepped deeper into adulthood, the online chatter grew louder. Paparazzi shots of him vacationing with male friends, cryptic posts, and an almost complete silence about dating sparked a wave of speculation. Not about his work, but about his identity. One moment in particular fueled the fire. During a fan meeting, Wu Lei casually referenced a very important person in his life, and fans noted he deliberately avoided any pronouns. Was it just mystery or a silent message? While the star has never confirmed anything, supporters and skeptics alike have dissected every word, every glance, every pause, all in search of a truth that, so far, remains unspoken. In a country where being different still invites judgment, Leo Wu has become more than just an actor. He's a symbol of controlled freedom. The very absence of an answer has made the question even louder. Is his silence a choice or a shield? And more importantly, should it even matter? What matters most is talent, heart, and integrity. And on those fronts, Wu Lei delivers every time. But the curiosity remains, and maybe that's the power of Leo's mystery. He doesn't just play characters. He makes us question the roles we assign people in real life. What do you think is really going on behind Leo Wu's silence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your take. Drawn to secrets behind the spotlight? Like, subscribe, and join us. There's so much more waiting to be uncovered. Peng Yuchang wasn't your typical leading man. With his soft smile, delicate features, and quiet intensity, he didn't fit the mold of the hyper-masculine heroes Chinese cinema often glorified. But maybe that's exactly why audiences couldn't look away. From the moment he stepped into the spotlight in Our Shining Days, and later in Elephant Sitting Still, Peng proved that emotional vulnerability could be just as powerful, just as magnetic as brute strength. He wasn't performing masculinity. He was living something far more subtle, and that subtlety sparked questions. Whispers, really, about his real-life persona, his close friendships, and whether there might be more to Peng Yuchang than what meets the eye. For years, fans couldn't stop talking about Peng Yuchang's unusually close bond with fellow actor Wang. They vacationed together, shared hotel rooms, posted birthday tributes so personal they felt almost intimate. One particular Weibo post from Peng, calling Wang my eternal energy source, sent fans into a frenzy. And while both men have never publicly addressed the rumors, the online buzz refused to fade. Then came the interviews, like when Peng confidently declared he wouldn't mind playing a gay character, or when he said love shouldn't be limited by gender. To some, those were just open-minded thoughts. To others, it was a hint, a small rebellion against the conservative boundaries of Chinese celebrity culture, where even the suggestion of queerness can be career-ending. Still, Peng never played defense. He just smiled, kept acting, and kept leaving the door slightly ajar. Peng Yuchang's story isn't defined by labels. Maybe that's the whole point. In an industry that still censors same-sex storylines and pressures actors into cookie-cutter images, Peng remains an enigma, not because he's hiding, but because he doesn't owe anyone a definition. His silence? It speaks louder than words, fueled by the fans who read between the lines and find representation in his ambiguity. Is he gay? Maybe the question isn't, what is he hiding? But what is he quietly revealing in the way he walks, speaks, and refuses to explain? Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones never confirmed, yet never denied. Zhang Zhehan was once the golden child of Chinese entertainment. With his smoldering eyes, sculpted jawline, and that effortless prince-like charm, he wasn't just a star. He was a heartthrob the nation couldn't stop watching. His role in Word of Honor sent BL fans into a frenzy. His chemistry with co-star Gong Jun was so electric that Zhang Zhehan and Gong Jun became an online obsession. They shared looks that lingered too long, smiles that felt unscripted. Behind the scenes, fans claimed the spark was too real to ignore. But then, just as fast as he rose, he disappeared. One social media scandal later, and the industry hit the brakes hard. Was it really about a photo, or something deeper they didn't want to explain? Let's be honest, China's entertainment industry has never been LGBTQ+ friendly. And when Zhang's BL popularity soared, so did the whispers. Fans began dissecting every glance, every touch, every off-script moment between Zhang and Gong. Conspiracy threads popped up daily, analyzing body language, travel schedules, even matching accessories. Was it queerbaiting? Was it real? Was Zhang Zhehan actually gay, or just caught in the crossfire of fan fiction and fandom fantasy? When Zhang tried to clear his name from a political controversy, his silence on the queer rumors only added fuel to the fire. Some say he was muzzled, others say he was afraid. Either way, those rumors never left the room. They just evolved. After years in silence and unofficial blacklisting, Zhang Zhehan staged a quiet comeback through music. His songs felt more personal, almost confessional. Lyrics about broken trust, finding identity, standing alone. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe it was his way of speaking without saying. He started showing up at events overseas, where the rules were looser and the cameras less judgmental. To this day, Zhang has never come out, but many fans believe he's coded his truth between the notes, between the lines. Whether he's a straight man caught in a queer storm or a queer man navigating a straight world, Zhang Zhehan remains an enigma wrapped in talent, tragedy, and tabloid dust. And maybe that mystery is what keeps everyone watching. Wang Yibo has always defied easy labels. Actor, dancer, street racing champion, fashion darling. But under all that glamour lies a mystery that fans can't stop dissecting. And it's not about his next film. It's about who he really is, behind the lens. For years, whispers have followed him, not about scandals or feuds, but something deeper. Is Wang Yibo gay? To some, it's fan fiction. To others, a tightly guarded truth. The tension isn't in what he says, but in what he doesn't. One of the biggest sparks came during his close partnership with actor Xiao Zhan in The Untamed, a drama so emotionally charged that it blurred the line between performance and reality. Fans coined Bojan to describe their off-screen chemistry, and when the two stopped appearing together publicly post-2019, speculations exploded. It wasn't just shipping culture anymore, it was war. Yibo's refusal to address the rumors only deepened the intrigue. He's never had a confirmed relationship with a woman or a man. No dating scandals, no tabloids, just radio silence. And in today's celebrity world, silence speaks volumes. What makes the rumors stick isn't just fan fantasy, it's how carefully managed his public image has been. A source from a 2022 Chinese entertainment expose noted that Wang Yibo was advised by his management to avoid questions about sexuality entirely, a classic PR tactic for stars with something to hide or protect. More subtly, insiders have pointed to his lack of romantic involvement with female co-stars despite massive on-screen chemistry. And a now-deleted post from a former stylist in 2023 hinted cryptically at a leading idol forced to live in half-truths, with fans suspecting it was Yibo. True or not, one thing is clear. Wang Yibo isn't just a performer. He's become a projection of hope, defiance, and mystery for a generation unafraid to question everything. And just when you thought it couldn't get more complicated, enter Lil Ghost, rap star, reality TV magnate, and the center of queer rumors that refuse to die down. When Wang Linkai, known to millions as Lil Ghost, first hit the Chinese music scene, he was a teenage dynamo. With razor-sharp bars and undeniable swagger, he wasn't just another idol rapper. He was the Gen Z voice, real, raw, and untouchable. Born in 1999, he stormed into the spotlight after Idol producer, becoming a key member of 9% and launching a solo career that blended hip-hop authenticity with pop star magnetism. Fans didn't just follow him for the music, they were obsessed with the mystery behind his cool, calculated persona. And slowly, a different kind of attention began to grow. Not about his art, but about who he truly was behind the mic. Over the years, online whispers about Wang Linkai's sexuality started to circulate. Not just playful fan shipping, but persistent, pointed speculation. One of the earliest sparks came from an old clip showing his unexpectedly tender body language toward male friends backstage. Long hugs, lingering looks, gentle touches. It didn't help that his lyrical themes often swerved away from typical love songs with women. But the real fuel came in 2020, when fans noticed his unusually emotional response to a male friend's Weibo post about loneliness and self-identity. Then came the subtweet that sent fan forums into chaos, a cryptic lyric posted at midnight, "Not everything I want can be said aloud." For many, it wasn't just a songline. It was a quiet scream. To this day, Wang Linkai has never addressed the rumors. No confirmation, no denial. But his choice of fashion, often gender-fluid and boundary-pushing, paired with a growing archive of emotionally vulnerable posts, continues to spark debate. Some argue he's just an expressive artist. Others claim he's silently breaking barriers in a hyper-controlled industry. Either way, his silence speaks volumes. And maybe that's the most powerful message of all. That identity doesn't always need a press release. Sometimes it lives in the pauses between beats. Yitian rose to fame not with flashy moves or scandalous headlines, but with quiet eyes and that slow-burning charisma that made people lean in. From a love so beautiful to handsome siblings, he wasn't just a romantic lead, he was the fantasy. Girls loved him, guys admired him, but behind the spotless image, a wave of subtle questions began to ripple through the fandom. Why was he so carefully private? Why did he dodge romantic questions like a seasoned politician? And why did some of his fan edits featuring only male co-stars feel a little too real? Then came 2021, and everything changed. A WeChat audio clip, allegedly featuring Yitian's voice in a private group, went viral. In it, a voice resembling his was heard mocking a past hookup with a man. The tone was casual, even dismissive, but it sent shockwaves through fans and tabloids alike. His agency denied it. Hardcore fans called it fake. But forensic audio analysts on Chinese social media dug deeper, comparing the vocal pattern to interviews, isolating inflections. While not officially confirmed, multiple fan-run investigations declared a 90% plus voice match. Suddenly, the question wasn't just, is he gay? It was, why is this being hidden? Since then, Yitian has kept a low profile, focusing on roles, staying clean, and avoiding drama. But his online footprint tells another story. Archived posts from his early modeling days, some shirtless, some intimate, often interacting closely with male friends, resurfaced. His rumored closeness with male co-stars, especially from the 2020 series My Roommate is a Detective, was dissected frame by frame. The chemistry? Unmistakable. And while none of this confirms anything, the pattern speaks volumes. Is Yitian just another private celebrity? Or is he yet another actor forced to lock away his truth, to protect a brand, a contract, a country still uncomfortable with who he might be? Johnny Huang. Tall, rugged, magnetic. He's built like a poster for masculinity, former Navy soldier turned leading man. But behind those square shoulders and steely eyes lies a storm of speculation that has followed him for years. From the moment he starred in Addicted, the 2016 web series that portrayed a same-sex romance, fans didn't just see chemistry, they felt something deeper. And what was meant to be just a role soon unraveled into a real-life controversy the Chinese government rushed to bury. The show was abruptly pulled. The actors, including Johnny, were banned from appearing together publicly. And yet, rumors only burned hotter. In the years that followed, Johnny was frequently spotted with his Addicted co-star, Timmy Xu. Fan-taken photos, hotel sightings, matching jewelry, it became a pattern impossible to ignore. One viral thread in 2018 even broke down their timelines, including a now-deleted post where Timmy allegedly referred to Johnny as the person I miss every day. Though both actors denied being romantically involved, the internet didn't buy it. The most compelling detail? Leaked crew footage from a behind-the-scenes shoot. Johnny lingering just a little too long in Timmy's gaze, a hand on the shoulder held a beat too long. Were they just close friends? Or was that intimacy too genuine for the cameras? Unlike many actors in China, Johnny never distanced himself from Addicted, not even when it jeopardized his career. In a 2019 interview, he said, "I don't regret any role that showed love in its purest form." That quiet defiance only added fuel to the theories. Despite moving on to big-budget straight roles, Johnny never publicly dated a woman, at least not in a way the media could latch onto. So the question remains, was Addicted the beginning of a love story that couldn't survive the spotlight? Or was it simply a spark that mirrored real emotions too dangerous to explore? Either way, Johnny's silence speaks volumes, and fans are still listening. Out of all 10 stories in this video, which one left the deepest impression on you? Was Johnny's journey a coded confession, or just our wishful thinking? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're listening. In a world where silence once meant safety, these stories remind us that visibility is power. Whether these rumors are truth, speculation, or something in between, what matters most is the right to be seen, to be heard, and to be free. This video isn't just about gossip. It's about breaking stigma, embracing diversity, and making space for every kind of love under the spotlight. If you believe in a future where talent speaks louder than labels, where identity isn't hidden but honored, then you're already part of the change. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and check out our other stories. There's more truth waiting to be told.